Whether you're just looking to find the price of a single card you own, or you want to try to value your entire collection, in this video I'll show you exactly how to do that. And if you want to get more involved with your collection, stick around to a little bit later in the video because I'm going to be showing you my spreadsheets and how I organize and track everything. There's obviously many different ways and websites you can go to try and value your cards. eBay, in my opinion, is probably the best website. The main reasons are because you can filter by sold listings and actually see prices of what people are currently paying, and also get pictures of the quality of the product. And specifically in this case with the collectible cards, we want to see the condition of the card. So before you go to eBay and try to value the card that you have, it's pretty important that you thoroughly inspect the card to determine like a realistic condition that it's in. Many people actually overestimate the card's worth and the condition that it's in. Try putting the card under like a bright LED light and look at all the scratches and nicks and stuff, because a lot of these cards, or a lot of cards in most people's collections, are going to be not perfect like at all. Some things to check are the corners for little bends. Check the edges for whiting or peeling, and also check the surface of the cards where mostly the artwork is for scratches or little fingernail marks and stuff like that. Looking at a card from a distance might make it seem pretty good, but when you actually get up close to it, there's a lot of imperfections that go unnoticed. By no means should you be spending hours studying this card. We're just trying to get a gauge of the condition that it's in, so when we actually go to eBay and look at other pictures, we're going to try to find a similar condition and see exactly what someone actually paid for that in the very recent past. So let's head on over to eBay, type in the card that we're looking for, hit enter. We can see here that a bunch of listings come up. One thing I want to note really quick is if we hit buy it now, we can actually see what people are asking for. However, this is not really accurate in determining the price of the card, because this is what sellers are asking, not what people are buying. There is a difference. If we scroll down on the left hand side, we click sold items, that'll give us only what people bought. So if we scroll down, we could try to find some cards that have similar conditioning to the one that I showed in the video. This one sold for 25 bucks. If we take a look at it, see heavy play, there's a crease in the front. One thing to note too in these listings, check the seller, make sure that they're actually legit. This person has 17,000 feedback. That's pretty great. This is a real person, a real account. If it's like 0 or 5 and it looks a little shady, probably because it is. If we see the original listing, we can actually go down into the pictures and see that there is the crease. This card looks pretty great otherwise, however a crease makes the card heavy played, which is kind of sad. Or moderately played, depending on what kind of wording you want to use. But other than that, this is a pretty good card. I'd probably buy this card. That doesn't really bother me too much, although, I mean, it is a crease, but that can make for a good binder card. Scrolling down a little bit farther, we see a $40 card near mint plus. Let's check out the pictures, click on it, see original listings. And if we take a look at some of the pictures, we're going to find that this card is actually in quite similar condition to the one that I have. It's probably a best practice to get an average of a few cards, just because maybe one listing is more expensive or one's cheaper than another. If we click on this one too, we can see that 75 is a cross through it. We don't know what the listing actually sold for. All we know is it sold for less than $75. And if we go to the actual original listing, we can kind of see that this card is in quite similar condition too. If you wanted to find the price of other cards in your collection, you would kind of just do a similar thing. It is a little bit time consuming. However, it can be fun and enjoyable. Put on some music, drink some tea or something. Get a nice little drink, and it's a nice little vibe. Let's jump on over to my spreadsheet where I have a list of a bunch of cards that I bought in the past. I'm still updating it. This is actually like my 3rd iteration of it, and this is probably going to be the final one because I think it encompasses all the things that I want. I have the purchase date, the website that I bought it from, an order number, item number, tracking number. I just try to get as much information as I can because it takes an extra 1 second to do. I get who actually sold it to me, whether it was from some TCG player person or on eBay. I put the item, what actually was the product or the card or booster pack, the cost of it, and then this is where the column where I'm going to be estimating the price. I did block off this because I don't know how personal that information is, and I don't want you guys stealing my order confirmations. I also have a separate tab for Yu-Gi-Oh!, although Pokemon does take up the majority of the cards and items that I buy. To me, this is a good way to keep track of some cards that I have. I mean, I don't have every single card, obviously, in here. I think that'd be overkill. But I did just want to track down some more valuable ones. And I think it's a good way to, I guess, keep a rolling estimation of the value of the collection, as opposed to having to, go back and forth, try to revalue everything. This spreadsheet also serves as another purpose. Just want to be clear, though, I'm not a tax advisor or any lawyer or anything. Definitely go seek out actual information from someone who knows what they're talking about. However, if you intend on selling stuff in the future, you gotta kind of know some of the tax codes. If you sell a card for 100 bucks and you bought it for 50, you made $50. However, if you do not have proof of that transaction, you have to pay tax on the $100, which is not necessarily ideal, because technically you only made $50, or the cost of doing business, or the capital gains tax, or whatever you kind of want, a terminology you want to use. However, if you can't prove that you bought it for 50 and you can't deduct that from the cost of doing that transaction, you technically have to pay the full amount, which can actually really hurt into a lot of gains if you do intend on selling stuff in the future. Again, I just wanted to raise some awareness, consult with actually people who know what they're talking about with that specific topic. If that time does come for me in the future where I do want to sell some items, I will at least have some proof of purchase that I hopefully will kind of save me from paying more money than I have to. With all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for some more Pokemon collecting or kind of investing videos. I got a lot more to share. Let me know some of the things you do to keep track of your collection in the comments below. Do you also do a spreadsheet like me, or do you have some other better ways that I probably should be considering? Thanks for watching, take care everybody, and I'll see you later.